Welcome to Please Subscribe, a podcast about making videos from two different perspectives. I'm Johnny.
Hey, I'm Andrew.
Hey,
Hey.
how are you, dude?
Not too great.
Cool.
Let's just continue on with the podcast so that we can ignore that.
Today we're going to be talking about videos that we would go back and remake if we had a time machine. But before that, Andrew, let's talk about some cool gear.
Ooh.
Do you have a piece of gear that you'd like to talk about?
Boy, for me personally, I was kind of juggling between two. I was going to talk about my depression, or I could talk about something else. And I think I'm actually going to talk about something else because I feel like this might be of the podcast not to go into what I'm going to talk about.
I didn't know you.
What I'm going to talk about, Johnny,
I didn't know you could juggle.
Is actually something that pretty much everyone has.
Wow.
Unless
so you are talking about crippling depression then.
Well, yeah, like depression. It's your phone microphone. Microphone.
Your microphone.
So, like, if you have a cell phone, you have a pretty dang good microphone.
And you know what the wacky part is?
What?
The wacky part is that it doesn't sound like that when you're on a phone call.
No. It's almost like technology hasn't gotten that far yet. It's like, what's going on? But like the phone microphone, for example, if I'm on iPhone, iPhone Master Race, if I'm on iPhone, I think it's called voice memos. Mm-hmm. Usually that's how I get most of my like ADR and stuff, or if I'm doing sound effects and I'm wanting to go get some bodies hitting the dirt kind of stuff. I have plenty of those, by the way, real ones.
Yeah.
But if I want to get extra ones, just take my phone, go outside, fall on the floor, put on a show for the neighbors, get the audio on my phone, and then just email it, and then I have it, and it sounds good. So like it's one of those things that most people have, and if you don't, that's just unfortunate, but most people already have this, and it's a good piece of equipment.
Yeah, totally. We actually used my phone microphone for our collaboration, where you were, when we were in the kitchen, and you were bound, and I had a knife. It was fun.
Johnny, could you actually not talk too much about that? Because, just memories and stuff.
So the cool part was I actually set my phone down between us, and since it was a wide shot, the on-camera audio was awful. So we just rolled audio on my phone, and it sounded great.
Yeah, it's interesting. That was like the best sounding sound in the video. No offense, but like
no.
It was like
it definitely was the best
weirdly
sounding
clear.
segment. Yeah, and the other part that sounded really good was when I was talking about composition. While I was filming you guys on the bench, and that was also recorded in my dorm on my phone. So like,
who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk it? Do you know?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. So
do you have a piece of cool gear?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Let's go to the next part.
All right. So today. That was hey listeners, that was a nice little prank, so I hope you enjoyed it. The piece of gear I want to talk about is the Audio-Technica AT-HM30X. It sounds very fancy.
What is that?
It is the pair of headphones that I'm currently wearing. They're, over-ear headphones. They're super high quality, and they're only like 70 buckaroons.
I have questions.
Sure. Shoot.
Hold on, let me swallow my water.
No. Ask them right now.
All right, one sec. Let me take a drink of water, and then I'll ask them while I'm swallowing.
Cool. Water break. If you're listening, drink some water.
I have a question. What is the are they open ear sort of? Where can you? How well does it mute the sound around you, or do you hear everything around you?
I don't think you hear everything very well.
So it kind of muffles the noise, like sound muffling.
Like, yeah. It's not like noise isolating or anything, but it does. It like closes all the way around your ear, and the sides don't have like an open panel or anything.
Okay, so all right. That's
Yeah.
similar to mine then. I like that.
So it's a pretty neat little piece of gear. I use it when I edit.
Ooh.
And when I record the podcast. So
And they're wired?
check it
Are
out.
they wired?
Yes, they are
All right.
hardwired.
Hardwired.
Anyways,
Cool.
so before we go to the main topic of today's episode, I feel like I'm too low energy. Maybe I should hold on, let me slap myself.
Johnny, where are we going?
1 sec, I need to slap myself to gain some energy.
Oh no.
Okay, so before we go on to our main segment, I wanted to give a little shout out to our sponsor for today's episode. This is actually our first sponsor. I'm super excited, but thank you so much to the Johnyboz School of Jokes for supporting the show. If you want to get 1 semester of tuition free, just go to johnnybozschoolofjokes.com/please subscribe podcast and enter the code Johny Andrew, and you're gonna get a free semester. So go ahead and check that out. Be funny today.
Did we get paid?
Oh, it's one of those sort of exposure things. So yeah, so they're gonna
Sure.
tweet. They're gonna tweet out
Tweet it out. All right, cool.
the podcast to get.
All right, sweet. Let's move on, baby.
I asked if they could put our graphic and then link to our site or to our podcast on their website.
Yeah,
On the landing page when it goes to our promo code.
that's
thing.
fair.
And they said no.
Oh,
They said we didn't have a big enough audience, so all they could do was tweet it.
it's sponsorship right there. Cool.
Yeah,
they
I
seem
don't know.
like lovely folks. Yeah.
I've never done a sponsored thing or any brand deals, so I just figured it'd be good to start now.
For sure, dude.
It's take what I can get sort of thing. Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's cut to the main topic of today's episode. We're going to be talking about videos that we could go back and remake or redo if we had a time machine.
It's a big one. It's a big.
It's a big one because most of my videos are pretty bad, so this is going to be a long episode.
Yeah. You know what? When we talked about doing this episode, and I started going through my videos, being like, this actually might be a little tough because I don't know if I have that many that I would go back and change. But I was shocked.
Right. Yeah.
The list just kept growing.
So you just okay. So you found out there were more.
I found out there are more videos that I don't like than I had anticipated.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. I'm glad personally.
Yeah. How about you?
I found it pretty tough. I do such a good job each video. It was hard for me to really pick ones that I weren't completely happy with because I'm just really talented. So it was a bit tough for me for sure.
Understandable.
So the first video I think I'd redo would have to be what is gross income. So I think that video actually looks pretty gross. The lighting was just weird. I look like a weird block of cheese. I'm all yellow and I'm orange, and
did not have white balance.
Yeah, I think it was a combination of mixing color temperatures with my lights and also not white balancing. And also the lighting looked very flat. I'm wholly underwhelmed whenever I watch that video.
Just goes to show you how important it is to make your footage look nice.
Yeah, take some time with lighting. Also, it's not that funny. So that's another thing.
That's
that one.
Important.
Yeah, with my channel, that's kind of the only thing I've got going for me. And that didn't have that, so...
When you mess up the look of the video and then you don't have comedy, it's
kind of just a waste of time. It would be like watching a Nukazuka video or something. Anyways, Andrew, what about you? What's a video that you would go back and redo?
Trying to figure out which one I want to talk about. For me personally, I think the video on my channel that every time I go to my channel and I scroll the videos, one that my eye tries to ignore is Deadpool prank Spider-Man. And I think it's like 50% because of the video content itself, but also like 50% what actually went into how the video got uploaded.
Okay.
So the video is, it's just, I think the way I'd put it is it's not me. Like it's not, it's very not my humor.
Right. It's not the kind of stuff that you'd make.
It doesn't really have anything going for it, in my opinion. Like there's no, I get when you watch a video, I just feel like it doesn't go anywhere. It's just like, it's just a joke, and the joke isn't even that funny.
Yeah.
And also, I was Spider-Man in the video. I was also Deadpool.
Deadpool just drew a mustache on Uncle Ben.
I didn't know how to properly wear the Spider-Man suit.
Oh.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
I didn't realize I should probably have worn compression shorts. So there were just, and then so when with the upload, we as in me and my brother, we made the video for Facebook because Facebook generally likes those kind of stupid just videos. So that's what we made the video for. And then ultimately it was decided to be uploaded to Nukazuka, and that just wasn't a good decision on YouTube. It just wasn't a good decision.
Yeah. Facebook, I feel like attracts a certain type of video.
Yeah. It's kind of a different audience on there. Some the same.
It doesn't always
but
line up with,
because there have been plenty of videos that I've made on YouTube that on Facebook they get like 100 times more views just because it appeals to Facebook more. I don't know. But it's one of those weird videos, Deadpool prank Spider-Man, which like the effects, in my opinion, like weren't bad. It looked fine as far as the video standpoint goes, but just the content.
When Spider-Man falls out the window, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, see, like I wasn't that effect looked fine to me, but the content itself was not me.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I've made some of those that I felt didn't really fit my channel as much.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing about that video is it ends with Deadpool putting Spider-Man in his trunk, and then it just kind of is over. So I'm really curious as to what happened after that.
Oh.
Like what? Like where was Deadpool going?
How family friendly is this podcast?
It's clean.
All right, I don't think I can talk about it.
We haven't really determined.
I don't think I can talk about it.
It's just like he
mm-hmm.
makes him fall over, and that's crazy.
Puts him in his trunk.
And then he puts him in his trunk, and then it cuts to your end card, which was like,
Yeah, well, the thing is, there's a whole nother video there. We didn't upload.
Okay.
The video didn't end there originally. We filmed. We filmed the whole nother scene. So I just don't feel like it's appropriate for me to talk about it.
If you can't talk about it, we can just move on.
I think we should.
Another interesting thing. This was a 4K upload for you.
It was.
And yeah,
Why?
It's in 4K. I don't know because your most recent video is in 1080.
Yeah,
so
I made.
You normally upload in 1080, right?
Yeah, I made the decision just to do 1080 a while ago, just because 4K didn't feel worth it for me. It was way more hassle on my system, and I was just right now, no one really cares. I feel like.
Right. So do you shoot in 4K?
I shoot in 4K. I downscale to 1080 because I think that helps the quality. And I've heard that uploading in 4K helps the video on YouTube as far as quality goes, but I don't know if I care that much.
Okay. Yeah,
it's more just like about the workload and like what's easier on me because the effects are already hard and
right.
So
through your workflow, you're working in 1080 the whole time, right?
Yeah. So like I'll import the footage and then completely downscale it, like in the editing part, and then I'll do all the effects on 1080p footage. Well, really, it's 4K, but it's downscaled.
Right. Okay. Nice.
So yeah, I don't re-export the 4K files to 1080. I just scale them down.
Right. Yeah.
That's a Nuka Tech. That's a Nuka Tech for you.
So there you go. A little Nuka Tech tip.
Nuka Tech tip.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
All right. So you got another for us, Johnny?
Yeah. Yes, I have another one. I want to talk about the video First Q&A.
Sounds interesting.
That's one of the ones where it wasn't funny. Which again is kind of important for my channel, at least. It's I don't know, that video, it was like I mean, I guess it's kind of standard for my channel in that it's like a minute long. But the joke was, I do a Q&A, but I don't get any questions. And I've had that idea for probably like 3 years or something. Like I always thought that would be funny.
Yeah.
But I didn't get around to doing it until like last year. And I don't know. I just don't think it's that funny of a concept. Like I feel like that doesn't deserve a whole video.
Weird, because like I mean, I don't think I've seen that video. But like when I saw First Q&A, I was like, that is something that doesn't really seem like it fit on your channel. But the idea that you just gave sounds really funny. I'm wondering.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was just the way I made it. Like I'm just sitting there like, all right, still waiting for questions.
Right.
Still haven't gotten any questions. Okay, I still haven't gotten any questions. Okay, see you later. Like that's pretty much how it goes. It's a minute long of that.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe there's a way to do that.
More with that.
Yeah. I definitely didn't explore the idea enough. Maybe there's a way to make that better, but the way I did it was not very good. And so I have the end like halfway through. I grow facial hair, like it cuts, and then I suddenly have some facial hair. And I was like, oh, it's showing that a bunch of time has passed. But it's not that much facial hair, and the people I showed it to didn't notice.
They didn't notice. That sucks.
Nope. So I was like, well,
when you like have this thing about a video or an idea where you're like, oh man, that is, and then no one notices it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's really
like,
clever.
Really,
and it's like, well, way too subtle.
Like especially an effect that I work on for like a solid 2 days. And I'm like, I'm so glad this is in the video. And then when I watch people react to the video, it goes by the screen and they don't have a single reaction. It's like, all right, well,
all that time was totally worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, that's just one of the videos that I don't think I had enough to work with. Yeah.
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 Well,
do you have another one? You want to talk about?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
So, I guess I'll talk about one that it's a video that I like.
Okay.
But I wish I went about it differently.
Okay.
So, Elder Wars. It was a video that I made that was sort of a sequel to a video I made a long time ago called Toy Wars. But it was basically about two old gentlemen fighting with old man stuff and like using all the stuff that kind of elderly people use. And the video itself, like I remember loving the video, and I still do really like the video. I think I went about it in the wrong way as far as marketing goes, and like, is it metadata goes? Like
all the tags.
Yeah, like the tags, description, title, thumbnail. I think I screwed it up there. And it actually might be something that I explore later on, that like I might even change that stuff to see if it makes a difference. But I think that was a video that now when I think about it, it almost didn't fit my channel enough.
Okay. And why do you think that is?
It almost feels like it's less relatable for people on my channel.
Okay.
Because most people on my channel, it's almost a nostalgic thing. Like thinking back on childhood, like toys from childhood or games they used to play.
Okay.
This one is thinking forward.
Right.
To like things that are going to happen.
Some old people fighting.
I don't think people could. I think the people who have seen the video liked it. But it was less shareable for people because I don't know. They didn't quite relate to it as much.
Because it's not like, oh, I remember this toy.
I remember that. Yeah, it's like, I hope no one remembers the stuff in this video. But I also think that it had to do with how I branded the video as well. It's like, I feel like I could have titled it better. Elder Wars, it's fine, but like, it's not catchy really, and I think a lot of people thought it had to do with the Elder Scrolls.
Oh yeah, right.
Which is like, well, you done goofed, Andrew.
Right. I mean, he does turn into like a wizard at the end.
He does. Maybe I should just call this the Elder Scrolls old.
Maybe just call it Skyrim.
Let's just call it Skyrim, dude.
Or
Why
maybe,
not?
or maybe you should have gone with a title like "Two Elderly People Fight." You won't believe what happens next.
This old man breaks his back, but you won't believe the outcome of this battle.
Yeah,
dude, I'm gonna do it. 1 second.
And also, what I noticed. Oh, you got it.
All right, 46 million views. Sweet, dude.
Oh wow,
right.
dude. Awesome.
Yeah, because I put a red arrow in there. So
really,
like,
I was literally about to say there was no red arrow in the thumbnail.
Yeah,
which was
well now they know where to look.
Me. Right.
So that one, that one's a different example of kind of like content that I'm proud of, but it just
the effects look really good in that video.
It was just an unfortunate kind of just like I didn't quite know what my audience wanted, and I didn't quite know how to brand that certain video.
Right.
So.
For sure. Yeah. Totally.
Okay. There we go. Up next, Johnny talks about his video.
Stay tuned. But before that, I just want to thank our sponsor again, the johnyboz School of Jokes. I know that before I attended the school, I wasn't funny. But after, my skin was flawless and I was really funny. So
do they sell
go
products?
to the good. So a really cool class you can take is how to make a pun out of anything. That was a class that really helped my comedy. And they're actually doing joke school lessons. So on the johnyboz YouTube channel.
Often.
Yeah.
But I haven't ever heard you kind of use one of those. If you've learned so much, like
I took the class. So. Cool. Let's get back to it. So the video I want to talk about next is a disagreement. Now I really like this video. I'm happy with how it turned out. It did pretty well. But there's a little issue in how it was shot. I actually didn't light it very well because we shot it in my friend's basement and I only had my camera. I didn't have any lights or anything. So it's just kind of, the lighting doesn't look very good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wish I could have reshot it, like took the extra, 20 minutes or whatever to run home and grab lights and make it look good.
It's really unfortunate how something like that happens. Because like, for example, if you have an idea and you're really psyched about it and you just don't do it quite the way that you should have done it, it's just very unfortunate because you were so excited about it, and now that you look back on it, you're like, I just wish I could have made it better.
Right. Yeah. And it's like it almost does a disservice to that good idea by not executing it.
I think the video is still perfectly fine.
I still really like it.
Is it true that there's someone in every shot of that video?
Yeah, that's actually I'm actually really surprised. Nobody said a thing about that. If you go back and watch a disagreement uploaded January 6, 2018, you will see that there's someone in every frame that is not me or Steven. So go back and take a look and see if you can spot every time he's in the video.
I'm watching the video. I don't think it looks terrible.
It's okay, but like the shot on me, the like medium shot.
Yeah.
One, I don't think it's framed very well, and two, like I don't know, I'm not a fan of how it was lit.
Right.
Because it was just the basement lighting,
Yeah.
So again, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually like the effects too.
Effect, dude. I remember watching that video and I really liked it a whole lot.
Oh wow, dude, that
I did.
Means a lot, Andrew.
The effects. I'm watching it right now. So did you do the effects in this? All of them?
I did, yeah.
Very nice.
Well, the cool thing about this video was that it didn't actually require too many effects because he did go to hell. He actually. Oh
right, so it's practical.
Yeah, it burned my lens.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So they have like a bunch of cool lens flares in your videos and stuff.
Right. Yeah. And all the stuff is all warped.
Yeah.
The thing is, we could only get one take. I actually haven't seen Steven since. But do it for the YouTube video.
Do it for the YouTube video.
I guess.
I'm sure he understands too.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if it's relevant since he's in hell.
Was he not in one of your recent videos?
That was a different.
It's interesting.
I have cloning.
Just like
program.
somebody looks a lot like him.
Well, hypothetically, if I had the ability to clone my friends and send copies of them to hell.
Oh yeah.
Or the original one to hell and keep the copy just like kind of in my basement to use whenever I want to film a video with him.
You could do that, I guess.
That would be something I could do, I guess.
Yeah.
But
not that you would, but you could.
No, I mean, that would be illegal and also morally questionable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I would question
to do that.
Too.
So right. So,
just hypothetically.
Anyways, is there another video that you want to talk about?
Yeah, and well, let's see. I would like to take a sec to talk about Spider-Man web mods.
Okay. This one got a certain type of criticism in the comments. Wait, should I not say that?
No, it's fine. So I think what a lot of people don't understand about the video is that the guy who played Spider-Man was like 40 years old.
Right.
So like, and he was fit. Like for a 40-year-old, man, he was fit. But like,
yeah,
I guess when
good.
people envision Spider-Man, they envision
kind
of like
little baby Tom Holland.
18, 20-year-old, like skinny. So there were some comments about that.
Yeah.
There were some comments. There were a few, actually, Johnny, there were probably a few comments about that on that video.
Okay. All right.
About Spider-Man looking a little thick.
Right.
Nothing wrong about being thick, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, not at all. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Thickness is, it can be great, all right?
It can be really great.
That's
just why
means,
they've added a second C to it.
Yeah, exactly. Second C. That just means, I think he just had more web fluid,
Right. You have more mass to hit people with when you're fighting.
Yeah. So the video itself, though, I just simply don't feel like I made a good video there.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No. I really like that
Even
one.
if you did, like I again, it was a video that I did just because I thought it was a catchy title or like a catchy concept.
Like
I didn't spend enough time trying to make the video like kind of fit my usual standards. Okay. So the video I felt came out a bit forced and like almost like nothing really happened to me.
Okay.
It was more just a bunch of goofs and jokes, which is fine. But again, on that video, Spider-Man Web Mods, I also felt like it lacked the humor that I like.
Okay.
It was almost, I almost felt like I put in humor that I thought other people would find funny.
Okay.
But
so
I didn't necessarily find funny.
So it was more kind of in the idea process, not necessarily the...
Yeah, because like in some of the other videos we've already talked about, the effects and the camera work and all that stuff was fine. Like it, there was nothing wrong with it.
This all looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looked solid. Everyone did a good job in the video. I just feel like from a writing standpoint, I should have sticked more to my roots and like, wrote jokes that I would laugh at.
Yeah,
instead of jokes that I feel like little YouTube people will laugh at or like the internet will laugh at.
Well. Right,
exactly. And I feel like that video was a good example of a lot of that. Of just, what would the people like before I say, what would I like? What would I like to watch?
Yep, of course.
So yeah, that's that one for me.
Yeah, and I think I think as, content creators, I think a thing that happens all the time is, making things, the struggle of, am I making this because I think it'll do well?
Yeah.
Or am I making this because I like it?
Genuinely like it.
And I genuinely, am like into it. So.
And that's a video, funny you say that, because that video actually did pretty well. Like, it did relatively well.
More than 6
million views. And like, normally when I see a video like that, I'm just like, that video's fine. But like,
right,
that's beside the point in this situation. Even though it did pretty well, I still just personally, like, if somebody's going to my channel and that's the first video they watch, I would rather them not.
Right, you don't feel that it.
Yeah,
totally
I don't feel like it
your
explains
channel.
me and my brain when it comes to video making, and I don't feel like it summarizes my vision well.
Yeah.
So.
And how it goes is, the videos that we like the best aren't the ones that get the most views. Always. So.
That's correct.
Just one of those things.
Sometimes. But like videos like PUBG versus Fortnite, that idea, it's honestly, to me, it's stupid. Like, I would never want to make that idea. Like, I would, well, like, when I think of that idea, PUBG versus Fortnite, I'm just like, so what? But like,
yeah, right.
With that one though, I was able to put in a lot of stuff that I actually really liked in that video. And so that's like a complete opposite. It's like the idea, I'm just like, but like I made sure that I made it kind of fit my vision a little bit, and I'm proud of it. Like, it's weird. It's weird how that works.
Yeah. It's all about the execution there.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Cool. Yeah. Well, I want to talk about car trouble.
No!
This one did actually get 1,000 views. I'm not mixing my videos again. This one, again, I'm super happy with. It might be one of my favorite videos I've made, actually. But when we were filming it, this was in July, so it was peak allergy season for me. And we were outside, so we shot it, linearly because it was just a really short video. And so as the shoot progressed, so did my headache. And I forgot to get a shot. So if you watch it, when we bring Steven, the Steven clone, Steven out of the car, and I'm like, hey, where were you, dude? And he's like, in your car. I forgot to get the shot where he says that. It's the camera stays on me, which
that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, which just a lack of coverage because I had a headache. So again, I think the good thing is I think the video still worked. You could hear him say it and kind of see him, so it was fine. Like passable, but it's just not. It wasn't the ideal scenario for me with that video.
When it comes to that, what would you have done to, like, would you have split the day into like 2 shoot days to do that, or do you just wish you got it anyway?
I think I just kind of wish I got it.
You just got it, yeah.
And I think a lot of time, so with my content, I've kind of talked about this, how when I shoot a video, I just sit in front of the camera, I set all the lights up, and I just kind of start going. I have the idea in my head, I have sort of the talking points I want to hit, but I don't necessarily storyboard or shot list anything.
Yeah.
And so that totally works when it's just me talking to the camera because it's one shot. You can't mess that up unless I had the lens cap on or something, but which happens. But
you should do a video where it's just pure blackness and you talk.
And then at the end,
like, oh, wait.
I'm like, oh wait, the lens cap. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. I think that would be pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, that totally works. You can really get away with not doing too much planning when it comes to like that style of video. But with a video like Car Trouble, which is more of like a sketch with different angles and a couple of people working on it, I think it would have helped if I had shot listed or storyboarded, that sort of thing,
Yeah.
to kind of make sure I got all the coverage I needed.
So you forgot. You didn't feel so bad that you couldn't get the shot. You kind of just forgot to get the shot. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes. And like we definitely had time too. We could have gotten it. I just forgot. And I think so. The reason I said the headache was because I think that was clouding my thought.
That'll do it.
But yeah, we totally could have gotten it. I just forgot.
That's kind of why I started doing storyboards in the first place. Like, because I used to do that all the time. Like, I would come home and be like, this is a very necessary shot. And how did I forget this? So, like, since then, I don't think I've ever missed a shot because it's all there on paper. So, it's like,
and that's the worst feeling too.
Oh, it's so bad because you're just like, all right, now I gotta call the actor and just like, now I gotta delete the video, not work on it anymore. Yeah.
Just delete my channel.
Delete the channel.
Start begging on the street, all that stuff.
Yeah. But that's fun.
It's not.
But like,
it's a good time for sure.
It's got some.
It's just not ideal.
So, for me, another one. Actually, I feel bad for. Well, no, I'm going to talk to you about Peach versus Zelda.
Okay.
This is a good example of a video that a lot of other people liked, but because of the filming and like the situations involved to get this video filmed, I don't like it.
Okay.
Not because of the video itself necessarily, but because of like the situations involved in filming the video.
Okay.
So basically, I was a smart boy, and I casted my ex and a girl that I was also kind of sort of seeing at the time.
Okay, that's a good idea.
They were fighting each other in the video.
That's really cool.
Why did I do that, Johnny? Why did I do that, Johnny?
That's a great idea. You know, take
What's
your
wrong with me?
Take an old flame and pit her against your current love interest.
With me?
Just make it an awkward set and really
Who
just
thought
make.
that was a good idea?
I think it's a perfect idea. I mean, I think that was.
I will
good.
say it brought on some natural tension. But like, just the whole awkwardness of that whole time period. Just even though the video turned out fine and people liked it, it did really well.
This one's got 8 million views.
Yeah, it did really well. But I just like, if people were like going to my channel and they're like, let's watch Peach vs. Zelda, I'd just be like, you can watch it. But I don't. There's just, it brings back too many memories. That's like a weird video that it's like, it's not something necessary. Well, if I had to go back and change something, I'd cast different people. Not because they did a bad job. They did a fine job, but because of the relationships involved.
So this was a really awkward set day, huh?
You know, everyone was pretty responsible.
Professional,
so everyone acted fine. Like everyone, even if maybe it wasn't completely legit, everyone tolerated each other.
Okay.
I just feel kind of like Satan for making the situation happen.
Right. It's like, hey, remember when we used to date? Yeah, star in this video with my girlfriend.
But everyone agreed to it, you know, and like I don't know. It was just kind of this thing that just like happened, and like thinking back on it now, I'm like, Andrew, what is wrong with you? But like back then I was just like, oh, it's gonna be fine. Like everyone is fine. Everyone likes each other. Little old Andrew.
Sort of an elephant in the room sort of thing.
Yes, exactly. So that's every time someone comes to me like, dude, Peach vs. Zelda, amazing, I'm just like, please stop.
Yeah, that was a fun shoot.
Please stop.
Right, for sure. And the weird thing is, like that I don't know what you're talking about, because there's no video on your channel called Peach versus Zelda. So I'm wondering if like the whole like weird shoot, the whole weird shoot that you're talking about is because the shoot didn't happen.
You know what?
I do see a video titled Zelda versus Peach.
No,
so I don't
that's
know
not
if that
the
was
one.
like
That's not the
similar.
one.
Oh, that's not it. No, it's
No,
it's
that's
Peach versus
completely
Zelda.
different.
Oh, did you delete it?
Oh, another thing about that video. One of the biggest ones, actually. Somehow, one way or another, I don't know if it's because the situation was clouding my vision, whatever. Peach was wearing, or no, Zelda was wearing her crown upside down the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole shoot. Nobody
Yeah.
noticed. I didn't notice. And then I got a comment like a month after I released the video. It's like, why is Zelda's crown upside down? I'm like, what are you talking about? That's not. Oh.
Maybe it's sort of. Maybe you were like subconsciously putting down your ex-girlfriend.
Oh. Let's move on. So Johnny.
Yeah. What?
Can I ask you a question?
I guess.
Can you?
I mean, you're here.
That's true.
Sure.
Can you?
Whatever.
Let's lighten the mood a little bit here. Can you tell me like a video on your channel that you're just absolutely 100% proud of, and you wouldn't have done it differently at all?
No. Yeah, I guess we should kind of pick things up a bit. It's been pretty glum.
Well, the episode started with crippling depression, so.
And we haven't brought it back up from there, have we?
No, not really. Just kind of set the bar.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my video brother-in-law 2018 review. That was Andrew, are you familiar with the channel, the tech channel MKBHD?
Yes.
So that video was a parody of that channel. So instead of reviewing some sort of tech, a smartphone or a computer or a camera, I reviewed my brother-in-law.
Great concept.
As if he was some sort of product. And I just thought that was really well done. And it didn't do too hot on my channel, performance wise.
Because usually it's one of the unfortunate things is that I'll sometimes base my best work off of how many views it's gotten, which I don't feel like I should.
Right.
Because that doesn't really. It means something, but it shouldn't mean everything.
Right, exactly. And yeah, I think it's just overall just a real solid video that just is a little bit underrated. So shout out to the brother-in-law 2018 review. Yeah.
Great stuff. I remember that one. I remember that was a funny one. I like that one a lot.
Thanks.
Great concept.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
Andrew.
For me.
So do you have one?
Absolutely not.
You really like? Okay, cool. We're on the same page there.
I think the video on my channel that is one video that I feel like is universally just taken well to most people is the Pokemon Go Gets Too Real video.
Oh, okay,
which is really weird. It's really strange because I didn't really expect that. Usually I would mention a video like Toy Wars for this, but I'm using Pokemon Go because it's weird. It's like it's a video that appeals to a bunch of people that like Pokemon, but it also, from what I've noticed, it really entertains people who might not even know about Pokemon. Just because the concept is so wild. Yeah. And like I don't know, it's one of those videos to me that I was really proud of the progression in the video, how it just like something happens and then it just keeps getting worse. And I guess I have a thing for like, what do you call it when you just like, you're just like, I don't know, like Seth's character in that video, he is brutalized. Absolutely 100% brutalized from beginning to end.
What I was going to say is that, you talked about, one of the videos you mentioned today was Spider-Man versus Deadpool. And in that video, Spider-Man is kidnapped into a trunk. And in the Pokemon Go video, your brother is kidnapped and put into a Pokeball.
That's very true.
So I was just wondering, what you do in your free time.
I like shows on Netflix and the stuff in my closet, the people that knock on my closet door every night.
What?
And like food. I'm a big foodie. I like experimenting with different tastes of textures of skin, and
could we? Whoa! Wait!
I also enjoy walks in the park. It's just whatever.
Hey, can we back up just for a sec?
Sure. Back to the Pokemon Go video. So like the reason
no,
that people
a little bit forward from you said that you have people in your closet that knock on
did I say
on the
that?
door every night.
I don't think I said that.
I mean, we're recording. So
for sure, that's something you could easily cut out too. So Pokemon Go, yeah. All right, so Pokemon. I was just So I was proud of the humor in Pokemon Go. Proud of the proud of the effects in Pokemon Go. Proud of the I guess just very, very, very dark humor, and that's. When I was talking earlier about Spider-Man versus Deadpool, and I think another one, but it didn't fit my humor.
Right.
Because it wasn't stuff that I actually found funny. I find the stuff in Pokemon Go like legitimately funny because it's just so dark and like I don't know. It just fits my humor way more than some of the other videos on my channel. So that's totally. Kind of what I liked about it. And it had little hints of, horror and kidnapping and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. That's a great video. But the thing is, I loved that video. I thought it was hilarious. I gave it a like. But I don't know. The thing is, you might want to call me John Mayer because I'm seeing this video in a new light right now. Given the information alone. It's just
wow.
Yeah, did you like that? See, puns, dude.
Is
that a pun? Is that even is that just a
I think
joke?
So. I think it's more of a joke, but
I feel like I should know what puns are.
Because you went to a class for it.
Because I went to the class. Yeah, it was really expensive.
Man, that. But
yeah, my point is my point is I'm real confused. And I don't know how to feel right now.
Yeah.
Because I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. And after the whole closet stuff, I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it.
Oh, it kind of just changed you. Kind of got a little too real for you. Because the title of the video is Pokemon Go Gets Too Real. So that kind of just got a little too real for you.
Got a little bit too real.
Yeah. That's fine.
It's like call me Mark Maron because that got too real.
I don't even get that one.
So in 2015, comedian Mark Maron did a stand-up special called Too Real.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, hold on. 2017. Yeah.
2017?
It's on Netflix. Yeah, 2017.
That's a big mistake.
Yeah.
You say 2015?
I said 2015. I was 2 years old.
That's 2 whole years.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Cool, man. That would be my video. That I don't know. It seems
it most parallels what you do in real life.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that and like it seems to resonate with people.
Okay.
Okay. Even if it does kind of show a few things about my life that there's, but I don't even talk about that though.
My video also resonates with my audience, and my brother's name is Nate, so resonate.
Please stop. Stop.
Whoa. Hey,
Shut
Andrew.
Up. Yeah, sorry.
Andrew, what was that banging?
Huh? I just muted my microphone real quick. I just had to get some water.
Oh, you were muted.
Yeah.
I was just saying...
what?
I was just saying that you said your video resonated with your audience.
Yeah.
And my video also resonated with my audience. And in the videos, my brother his name is Nate. So like resonate. Is what I was saying.
Wow, that was the third one, dude. That was really good. You just keep knocking them out of the park.
Hey, Andrew,
Mm-hmm.
are you really like curious as to like how I keep coming up with all these puns?
Oh, don't tell me.
Are you curious?
What?
Well, I was able to come up with all those puns because I went to the Johny Boz School of Jokes. Today's sponsor. Shout out to the Johny Boz School of Jokes. It's the funniest school out there. And it's definitely real. Just kidding. So if you go to johnnybozschoolofjokes.com/JohnnyBoz / please subscribe podcast and enter the code Johny Andrew likes to kidnap people and keep them in his closet, you can get a free year of tuition. So go to that site, enter the promo code, and get your joke on.
Get your joke on. If
Get
you
it
don't,
on. The Johny Boz School of Jokes. Get it on.
get it on. Yeah. Get it on or we will get you.
Andrew.
What?
I feel like our podcast used to be normal.
Isn't that just a natural progression?
I slept about 9.5 hours last night,
That's good.
and I
isn't it?
think it's too much. I think it's really done something to me.
Yeah. It's weird how
I don't
that
feel
works,
right.
Well, what if we go to the audience to see did they have anything to ask us or
Yeah, we actually got a lot of questions this week. It's going to be tough to sort of sort through them. I don't know if we might.
I don't know
not
if we
fit
have
everything
time,
into
yeah.
the podcast. We got like a lot of questions, Andrew. Like you remember that one time when we got like 10
a
questions?
ton, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got even more
Got
than
more?
that this time.
Wow.
Yeah, so let's just start off
Weird.
at
I
the
went
top of
to
the
your,
list.
went to your tweet and stuff. Didn't. But I believe you. I believe
Yeah,
you.
so,
I just didn't see anything. But
All right, so just going down the list here, the first question is from Jason Q on Instagram. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
How to Johnny Bosworth?
Oh.
So this is a loaded question.
Yeah.
Because it's so complex. There's so many nooks and crannies, ins and outs, avenues.
Holes. Yeah.
Whole, and so if you want the Johnny Bosworth, it takes a lot of work. You can't just you can't just sit up and do it. You know what I'm saying, Andrew?
Yeah.
It takes a long time to sort of perfect that.
For sure. It's taken you a while, hasn't it?
It's taken me 19 years. So the first step is you make a YouTube channel and you upload videos that are a little bit funny, but for the most part, just kind of you talking too much. Then you just start tweeting YouTubers that you like over and over, day in and day out, until they agree to do a podcast with you. And then you just keep going.
So you're kind of almost just trying to like draw from other people's success.
Right, you get like a leech.
Yeah,
Like a leech.
yeah. So you're basically, hey, you made this life for yourself. Let me have some.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, just kind of stealing from. It's like it's
Do you have
taking
any
the
examples
easy
of
way.
people that you've done that with?
It's like taking. Let me finish. It's like taking. It's like taking I don't know, like a leap of faith almost into this world
leap of faith.
where it's like, all right, now I'm going to take all this hard work, all the success that someone else has built, and benefit from it. It's like it's really cool. I think it really works. It's like when you start to try to Johnny Bosworth, if it starts working, you might feel like you're on a fast travel in real life. Like that's how quick everything might start moving for you. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a whirlwind.
Right.
And then you look around and you're like, what have I done? It's like I'm in a Super Mario underworld. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, you
It's
might
like
have
you're
a
in a
chroma
Fallout.
crisis.
Yeah.
It's like a Fallout,
But
kind of
almost
like,
like versus
either that or
Skyrim or
versus
something.
Skyrim, right?
Yeah.
And then you might turn to your side, turn to the side, and realize you have a video game hero roommate. It's like a virtual nightmare,
Oh man, dude, that really hits it on the head.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so. So
Very
and if
interesting.
you might have a chroma crisis, a Splatoon fight. You might have one of those. You got to be
Why?
like that.
That's kind of an corner to turn there.
And if you stay Johnny Boz for too long, if you stay Johnny Bosworth, if you keep Johnny Bosworthing, you might end up having an elder war. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, I don't. But like, I understand that you probably have a point, and like,
right, and you might end up doing like a fatal prank,
like a fatal. You know? Oh, that's another one I meant to talk about.
Right.
That's interesting. It's interesting how Johnny Bosworth is almost associated with YouTube, not in the way that Johnny Boz is. It's almost like, because there's Johnny Boz. I figured that was associated with YouTube. I didn't know that Johnny Bosworth was YouTube as well. Is that your entire being?
I am YouTube.
That's it.
So, just become YouTube. Andrew, this bit didn't make any sense. Why did I start naming your videos? It doesn't make any sense. Because I'm leaching off.
Because you're leeching
off of your success. Okay,
because
you're leeching. Then it's funny. We can keep it in. That's good.
It's pretty funny.
What's wrong? What happened, Andrew?
Please subscribe podcast. Pretty funny.
Pretty funny. Some great bits.
So some great bits.
Let's go behind the bit. Welcome to Behind the Bit, a new segment where we talk about all the jokes we made. So the one joke I made was that our sponsor was Joke School. It's not a real school, not a real sponsor. That was one of the jokes. How do you rate that bit?
Out of 10 or out of okay. That was probably, to me, when I first heard it, I'd probably say it was like a 7.
Okay.
0.5.
Yeah, but then I kept doing it.
Yeah, it just kind of kept going.
Right.
But it
Would
was,
you say
but
that
it
the
was a
rating went
good. I don't think it went down. I think it just kind of. Well, yeah, I think it probably went from like a 7.5 to a 7.
Okay. So still pretty decent.
Still pretty good. Still pretty good.
Yeah,
like I still
sure.
like I was smiling.
Oh, that's good.
So like I wasn't frowning.
That's so sweet. Yeah. That's really nice.
But I already knew of the joke. It wasn't anything new to me.
Right, because we had talked about it beforehand.
We've talked about it.
And that's just, there's a behind the bit for you.
It's behind the bit.
So you said crippling depression at the beginning.
Crippling depression. So that's a fun one.
I thought that was pretty good.
No, it's good.
Because it draws from real life.
Exactly.
Experience.
Crippling depression. So basically that was one of my cool gear segments. And usually in cool gear, we talk about gear that we use a lot and stuff that really like has a big impact on our life as a filmmaker or whatever. Now, crippling depression came out because it is a big impact. Just not quite on the film life. So I figured I'd use that as a joke.
But I would give that a 9 out of 10.
Do you think so?
Sure.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like it's a joke, but also not a joke.
Yeah.
It's
right.
like
and I find often the best humor is rooted in reality and
authentic
truth.
humor. Yeah, just like stuff that like here's a joke, but it's actually kind of real. Yeah,
that's what people want. That's what people want.
So, yeah, I would agree. Like that was one of my good ones.
Yeah, and then we got to rate the bit that we just did, where I started naming your videos, talking about how to Johnny Bosworth. That was like, it started to, I mean, it kind of made sense is how I would describe it.
Yeah, see, that's the only thing that would deduct points there. I feel like is if someone was just like, what is he doing? Like, I don't know Nukazuka's videos. So I don't know these names that he's talking about.
Right, because he is not.
Because he's not relevant in my household.
He's not relevant, or he's not a very big creator.
Not a big dude.
Like, Johnny Boz, sure.
Yeah.
Like, I know that name. I know that content. I relate to this.
Yeah.
This speaks to, like, I get it. But the whole Nukazuka thing, it's like, that's so esoteric.
Never heard of it.
Who is that? Is he even on YouTube? He's still making videos. Like, it's one of those sort of
Why is he still going? Yeah.
like, why hasn't he stopped? What's wrong with him?
So, as a bit, coming from someone who understands the bit, I would give that an 8.5.
Okay, 8.5, given you understand where.
Given you understand it.
Which is unlikely, considering it was kind of...
Considering yeah.
Right. Okay.
What would you give it?
I would give it like an 8.
Okay.
I thought it was a little too long. Went on for too long.
Drew it out a little bit too much. Yeah.
You know what was pretty funny, Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
Was at the point in the podcast when we started going behind the bit and rating every single joke we made that we could remember.
What do you think that would be rated?
Oh, dude, like a 4. This is.
You think so? You don't.
This
like
has
that
been
one?
going on for like. How long have we? Like 5 minutes?
Probably a solid 5-6 minutes. Yeah.
A 5 or 6 minutes, like that is too long.
Yeah, I feel like we have probably 25% of the audience retention, like the people that have stuck around. We have maybe one guy listening at this point.
Oh, dude, people don't listen to this podcast.
True. All right.
You want me to pull? I can pull up some analytics right here. We'll do a live look at the retention. Okay, so let's go to our Jay Schlatt episode. Mm-hmm. Let's see, watch time. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta find the average. So, hold on.
What you got?
Okay, average view duration. 1 minute and 26 seconds.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's
usually,
a lot. That's usually
that's almost the full hour.
Mm-hmm. That's
you know.
That's usually the average view duration that I get.
Yeah. Right. And so if we go over to another episode, just to check, our second episode, shooting videos. Average view duration, 6 minutes.
Hey, all
Out of an hour.
right.
So
climbing
pretty
on
good.
up. Or actually falling
Pretty
down.
good. Well, yeah, we're doing worse with each episode.
So at least we had that at one point, you know.
So there's another fun segment, the numbers.
Numbers.
That's always fun, right? Exciting for the
I'm
whole
so glad we're adding
audience.
on these things that are really uplifting. I like it.
Yeah. We're running this podcast right into the ground.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Got to end it hot, you know.
And it hot is that's actually what I always say.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
That's all the time we have for questions. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. That's interesting. That was one question.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, go ahead and leave us a review on iTunes.
I'm sure they have.
At this point,
Come on.
I mean, come on. 6 episodes in, come on.
Come on.
They've had 6 hours. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, we started this podcast, Andrew, in July.
Wow.
They've had 3 months
August, September, October.
to give a review.
Probably even a little bit more.
Maybe more. We actually did get another review.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, it's from iTunes user 10101907.
Wow.
The title of the review is 2 yellow emoji thumbs up. Great podcast. It feels supernatural, like they're ignoring the fact that they are being recorded and just having a good time. Purple heart, purple heart, purple heart. Thank you so much, 10101907.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Appreciate that. I don't know why you chose the purple hearts, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's all right.
It's all right. I mean, it's not the color I would have gone with, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
no. Just personal preference. I
Yeah.
totally get it.
So, again, 10101907. Thank you so much for the review. And if you want to get shouted out on the podcast, leave us a review on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? Just do it.
Why
Come
not?
on. Please.
Why not? Just
What do you
it.
have to lose? It'll take like a minute tops. It'll take 60 seconds.
Yeah.
If you've made it this far, you have you've spent an hour of your life. What is 60 seconds more going to do?
That's very true, actually.
Come on. It's seriously, think about it. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Review it now. Do it. Give me 5 stars.
Yeah. Give us 5 stars. We're watching you right now. Go.
Give it to us now. if this video on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
because that's where I can follow the analytics the best. If this video gets more than 100 views and we don't have more than 100 reviews, I'm deleting my YouTube channel.
I'm deleting my YouTube channel too.
We're going to stop, all right? So if you want more content, you have to review us. Legally.
Lawyer up, boys.
Lawyer up, audience. Thanks so much for listening. And as always, Andrew.
Yeah.
Say the thing.
Please subscribe. Please.
Please.
It couldn't be more blatant. Like,
It's literally in the title.
look down. Look down. You see that? It says please subscribe.
Please. The title of the video, the graphic of the video, if it's on YouTube, the image of it, if it's on iTunes, the icon, it says please subscribe in all caps and
it's not
italics.
like it's called subscribe. It says please subscribe.
We're asking you. I am on my knees begging.
You know, me too.
Wait, hold on. I'm on my knees.
I'm on my knees.
Please.
Please.
Please. This floor is dirty. Please.
Well, actually, there's popcorn on my floor. I'm going to grab one.
Okay.
Ugh. Please subscribe.
Please. This is really an audio experience.
It really is. All right.
I'm gonna. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.
See you guys later.
And now the intro music will play us out.